Yo, what's good? What's good? I told y'all yesterday, and y'all didn't believe Uncle Freezy. I think Uncle Freezy legit gives y'all these Nostradamus-like predictions just because it's easy to give them away. But I tell you what. I tell you what. Let me before I get into that, Danny Landis. What's good? What's good? Danny Landis says, "Good morning, Uncle Freezy. Danny Landis is in the building." Uncle Zach, what's good? Zach, Coach's Desk, what's happening? Lily Phillips is in the building. What's good? What's good? Cynic, I see you. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Dan Alsonet, what's happening? I see you. I see y'all out here. I see y'all. Right? I see y'all out here. Y'all feeling good this morning? Y'all feeling good this morning? Stephen Fox is in the building. What's good? What's good, Foxy? Foxy is a Skynet android, surviving off lithium batteries, running 99% for his whole life. MIG, Mig, what's happening? What's happening? Yo, before I get into what I'm excited about this morning, I want y'all to check this out.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Yo. So I'm available for lottery numbers, for beauty pageants, for standardized tests, because my predictions, I feel like I'm ready for the prediction game. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready for any type big predictions y'all need. Uncle Freezy is ready for beauty pageants, lottery tickets, standardized tests, whatever y'all need predictions on. I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm kidding. Of course, I joke with you guys tongue in cheek, right? Because I had been wrong for like 10 straight days. And finally got one right. So let me shout out Black Andy, who is in the building. Black Andy is Andy N, for those that don't know. Andy N, what's good? Smash that like button, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to grow the Blarnce Tears family. Right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. So we played a Celtics team, and I don't care about whatever. We can say all the stuff that we want to about how many players they were missing, who was coming back from injury, blah, blah, blah. The fact remains that same team with all those excuses had won 5 straight. And the Knicks beat that team. MIG says we lose today. Andy N says Uncle Freezy should be available for stand-up comedy. I don't know. I don't know if I'm available. Would be a great stand-up comedian. I don't know. I don't know if that's my realm right there, but I would give it a shot if it grew to Blarnce Tears family. Leave that starting unit alone. Just sub out earlier. No. And thank you, Paris Duggar, who was in the building, for leading me into this thing that I wanted to get into. At some point, and I think that point is today. Today is it. This is it right here. No more. And since we have an early game today, I'm going to jump off here a little early. I'm going to do about an hour, and then I'm going to go take me a nap, get my snacks ready, and watch this game. I don't like being sleepy during the game, man. I like watching everything. So when Kev W says something about Kevin Knox, I'll know exactly what he's talking about, you know. So here's the thing. Quickly needs to start, and he's the point guard, period. Quickly needs to start, and he's the point guard, period. Right? What are we messing around with? What do we have to prove? What are we looking to prove to everybody? Nothing. What are we looking to prove to everybody? Nothing. We don't have anything to prove. What are we looking to find out? What are we looking for? Hold on. So what are we looking to prove? To ourselves, to the Eastern Conference, to the NBA, to the fans. What do we look at? What do we have to prove right now? What are we looking to prove, right? Tom Thibodeau, do you want to win or what? This is beyond crazy at this point. This is beyond crazy at this point. What are you looking to prove? You looking to prove to veterans around the league that you can start a bunch of low value veterans? Come to our city because we start low value veterans? Really? Is that what we want the league to know? Emmanuel Quickly is no longer a surprise for teams. Emmanuel Quickly is no longer a surprise. When you heard, if you watch NBA TV, I don't know if you got the Boston stream or the Knicks stream, whichever one you got. If you got the Knicks stream, you heard the Knicks play it straight down the middle of the road, but they hinted at why is Quickly not getting more minutes? In other words, why is Quickly not starting over a dude that couldn't throw a basketball into a parking lot from an office building window? Elfrid Payton cannot throw a basketball into a parking lot from a office building window, right? He blew 2 layups yesterday at point blank range. Point blank. Point blank. Do y'all know what point blank is? You can't get any closer than point blank. You can't get any closer than point blank. And salute Brian Batista. I see you. What's good? Salute Julian Blum. I see you. Philip Jones. I see you. What's good? Philip Jones is going to be at work like, yo, I know Uncle Freezy. Philip Jones is going to be like, yo, I know Uncle Freezy, y'all. Hey, yeah, and if they ask, I'll tell you, yeah, I know Philip Jones. I'm kidding there. I'm kidding there, but Will Beggs, where you been, Will? Need you here more often. You might have been here, and I think that's like the second time I asked you that too. But listen, Elfrid Payton cannot throw a ball in a parking lot from an office building window. Tom Thibodeau, what else do you need to see? T. Williams is in the building. T. Williams, what's good? T. Williams, what's good? What's good? What else do you need to see from Elfrid Payton before you send him to the bench? And listen, I'm not saying anybody over Elfrid Payton. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying start Stephen Fox over Elfrid Payton. Even though Stephen Fox could probably be nice from that mid-range and he'll definitely hit the open man, you know. I still wouldn't start Stephen Fox over Elfrid Payton, but I would consider it. But I wouldn't do it. Right? I wouldn't start Stephen Fox at point guard over Elfrid Payton, though the decision is closer than what you guys think. But I wouldn't do it. But Emmanuel Quickly, though. Chris B, what's good? I agree. Play IQ from the bench, but give him around 30 minutes. And if Frank comes back, give him Payton's minutes. I would rather see him. No. Now y'all see where I'm going. Now you see where I am going with this. I think the Elfrid Payton experiment is done. Elfrid Payton is averaging a career high in points scored. I dig it. Elfrid Payton is legit scoring at a career high clip right now. Right? But, and that's a really big but what are we more interested in? Elfrid Payton having a career high in scoring, or the Knicks starting a player that's a part of their point guard of the future rotation? Notice I didn't say he was the point guard of the future. I'm saying he's a part of that puzzle. Right? It's time. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time, right? It's time to make the change. It's time to make the change. Some things are inevitable. Some things are inevitable. They are. Some things are inevitable. They are. You know? Some things are inevitable. I'll give you an example. I was once, yes, Uncle Freezy was once the apple of his parents' eye. Like every time Uncle Freezy walked into the room, his parents were like, "Oh my God, Uncle Freezy, I'm so glad you made it home. I'm so glad you came back to visit. I'm blah blah blah." Right? It had been like that for a long time. For like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. It was like, yeah, oh my gosh, no, we can't go out of town. We can't go to the beach this weekend because Uncle Freezy will be home this weekend. This is my parents, right? Or you know, whatever. They're like, my family is like, yeah, I can't wait till Uncle Freezy gets home, right? Right? But then Uncle Freezy started his family, right? And Uncle Freezy brought his kids to see his parents. And Uncle Freezy was still loved, but he was no longer the apple of his parents' eye because his parents had new apples of their eyes, and they were called grandkids. Right? When I brought the grandkids, my pops would be like, "Uncle Freezy, put their stuff over there and go sit down. Where the grandbabies at?" Right? And I'm like, and so I'm like, Pops, there was a time when I was the apple of your eye. Oh man, grow up. Grow up. Stop being a kid. Oh, okay. All right. I dig it. I dig it. Alfred Payton, you were once the apple of Tom Thibodeau's eye, right? And you're probably still loved and still part of the Knicks family. They'll probably still appreciate you a lot. But you know what, though? When the new kids come around, the apples of people's eyes change. And y'all know the feeling. Anybody out here that have kids and have brought those kids home to visit their grandparents, not for the first time. Of course, the first time, you know, the love affair is going to begin. But I'm talking about any random time, right? Y'all know how it is. And some of y'all may be grandparents. When your son walk in, you're like, "Hey son, put them such and such bags over there. Where the grandbabies at?" So Zach, so Coach Zach may know what I'm talking about. Like when he visits his parents are going to be like, "Hey Zach, we love you, but get out of the way. We're the grandbaby." That is that feeling right now. I'm telling you of how we feel about Alfred Payton and Emmanuel Quickly. I appreciate Alfred Payton for all that he's done for the Knicks organization. But he needs to show me where Emmanuel Quickly is. At this point, the only thing Alfred Payton can do for me is show me where Emmanuel Quickly is. I'm here to tell you, the only thing that Alfred Payton can do for me at this point is show me where Emmanuel Quickly is. G says, "Top of the morning, Uncle Freezy. Top of the morning, brethren." Delano still says Reggie Bullock is trash. That is all right. Man of Steel. That's how we send messages. Reggie Bullock is trash. Nothing else follows. Paris Duggan says, be careful leaving that second unit naked without leadership. No, okay. So, Elfrid Payton can only be a leader for the first unit. He can't be a leader for the second unit. That's interesting because you would think a leader would be a leader in any situation. Hey, Coach Zach says, you have no idea, bro. My dad says if he had it his way, I only had visitation to my own son. LOL. Right. Now you see what I mean. Y'all see what I mean. Delano still addresses Paris Duggan and says, that's why I would rather start Austin Rivers and keep IQ with the second unit. I don't agree. Frederick was good. He says we still need Elf for minutes. Quick not playing 48. Nah, I'm not saying send Elfrid Payton to the moon. Notice in that analogy where I said you bring your kids home to visit your grandparents, the grandparents are like, hey, put that bag over there and such and such. Not, you're not allowed in this house. No, it's not like that. Right? G says, Reggie Bullock is our J.R. Smith. You always need a J.R. streaky shooter. I'm not down on Reggie Bullock. I know who Reggie Bullock is. Right? Reggie Bullock is just not a starter. Pseudonym Squeepe. Salute Freezy in the chat. What's good? Wayne Peterson says, good morning, Lawrence Tears family. Hey, once we get through this whatever it is that we're going through with this pandemic, I think we're all going to wind up in Wayne Peterson's backyard, drinking wine and telling Knicks stories. Wayne Peterson, do you have a big backyard? Can you fit the entire Lawrence Tears family at your crib? Can you fit the entire Lawrence Tears family at your crib? I'm saying, man, you think I'm chatty on this? You wait till I start drinking wine. Uncle Freezy and wine will get you a lot of Knicks talk. A lot of Knicks talk. Pseudonym Squeepe says we have Rivers for that. I don't know. Delano still says we should be looking for our starting point guard in the upcoming draft. Nah, man, still. You know what we should be looking for right now? Right now, we should be looking at the guys we have on the roster and seeing if we want to take them into 2022. And Emmanuel Quickly is a part of that puzzle. Ala Wise is in the building. Winston Ellis. What's good? So Winston Ellis asked, why does Austin Rivers look hesitant all of a sudden? It's because defenses are looking to counter what he did in that one game. So in my Chuck B imitation, Chuck B, where you at? Chuck B, where are you? So here's my Chuck B imitation of Uncle Freezy. So I'm gonna imitate Chuck B imitating me. What's good? What's good? Chuck B, you crazy, man. So So my deal is I feel like Emmanuel quickly needs to get more minutes at point guard. More minutes at point guard for Emmanuel quickly. Right. And so I started this heater, right? And it was me. I'll admit to it. It was me. I started this heater. Yo, what's good?
What's good, man? How you doing?
Something's wrong with your screen. My eyes are going blurry.
Oh, is the greatness too much for you?
Yeah, probably.
Well, more like the mediocrity of my whole lifetime, but it's all right.
I'm a Chicago Bears fan, man. So trust me. I know what 8-8 feels like.
At least you make the playoffs at 8-8.
Hey, in a good season, we're 8-8. In a bad season, we're 8-8.
It is so Cowboys-ish that we fire Mr. 8-8, and then the next year wish we were 8-8.
Right. Oh, I know what 8-8 feels like, bro. In a good year when everything's clicking, we're 8-8.
That's right.
And in a bad year with a whole bunch of injuries, we're 8-8. So.
And a good year for us is losing in the divisional round.
Yeah,
that's our best year.
And so in a good year for us, we lose to the Packers.
That's us too.
Twice.
That's us too.
Yeah, so we lose to the Packers twice, and in the bad year, we lose to the Packers twice by 30. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, I know what I know mediocrity. So here's my thing, though. I want to talk about something else. So I lit the fuse to this weird point guard conversation, right? Yeah. Because what happens is a lot of times we talk around points. Like we'll get a point and we'll talk around it and talk around it and talk around it and talk around it.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
But and so I get frustrated. I'm like, I'm tired of talking around. Stop telling me Elfrid Payton can't shoot. Stop telling me RJ Barrett can't shoot. Stop telling me Mitchell Robinson needs a jumper. You know what I'm saying? Stop telling me Trey Julius Randle.
Did you see how quickly people are back on the RJ train?
Oh, listen, man. Listen, there. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
So I'm a professed Barrettier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a franker.
What'd you call the Randalls? Because
the Juliets call themselves
Juliets.
The Juliets call themselves Juliets.
Okay,
which is weird. So I asked the Randall fan base to come up with a name.
Okay.
Right, and there were a lot of names, but the one that stuck, the one I kept seeing in the chat was the Juliets. You
got a Tibbs fan name?
I don't know.
How about this one, the Thibodeauers?
That's wild. That's wild. That is wild. That's wild.
I can be in both.
Yeah, you know what? I think there is a Quivers fan base of Quickly and Rivers together.
Mm-hmm.
I think Foxy is in that Quivers fan base. I think Stephen Fox is a Quiver.
By the way, I thought you guys were friends. That's such an insult saying you wouldn't start Stephen Fox over Elfrid Payton.
The only reason why I wouldn't start Stephen Fox over Elfrid Payton is because I'm afraid Stephen Fox will pull out those 1970s too high shorts and some knee-high socks.
Oh, man.
And embarrass us. And I know Foxy, and I know Foxy's in the chat, so you know.
The thing is, bro, you could pay Foxy half the money to walk the ball up the court and pass to Julius Randle.
You know what?
You're saving cap space.
I could probably pay Stephen Fox half the money and get twice the production.
Yeah,
it's just those throwback Daisy Duke shorts. I'm afraid Stephen
Chuck
Fox
Taylors.
It's some Chuck
with some Rex back. He'd be looking like Jackie Moon out there from semi-pro.
Yeah, and I would be afraid that Foxy would take that opportunity to grow one of those 70s mustaches.
Oh no! And him and Julius, you watch Semi-Pro, right?
Yes.
Him and Julius Randle would be passing like Will Ferrell into one. No, give it back, right back. That'd be the Knicks offense.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I'd pay to see it though.
Hey, man. So for the record, so Lawrence Chia's family, for the record, that's the only reason why I won't start Stephen Fox over Alfred Payton. It's because I'm afraid Foxy might grow that 70s mustache and rock the Daisy Duke basketball shorts.
That'd be the city edition uniforms. Everybody got to wear it.
Oh man, hey, that's my guy, man. That is my guy.
Got me crying.
Yeah, man. That's my guy right there. So,
Ooh.
but yeah, I noticed that there are folks that still don't want to see Quiver start. Alawai says free Foxy. You know what? Maybe we should make that trend on Twitter. Like free Stephen Fox. Let's start Stephen Fox at point guard.
Let's go protest outside of Madison Square Garden.
Hey, Fox. Fox.
Imagine him doing the national anthem in that Daisy Dukes with the mustache, with his mic.
Oh man, that is too funny.
At timeouts, he'd have to stop and salute the chat.
Yeah. Every dead ball, every dead ball, Foxy be like, subscribe to the channel.
Salute my brother.
Oh man, yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's hilarious, man.
Oh, shout out to Stephen Fox.
Yes, hey, shout out to Foxy, by the way. Dude's got a dope sense of humor, man. And I don't know why this joke came from out of nowhere like it did, but Foxy does have a dope sense of humor, man. So shout out to Fox. So Stephen Fox said he'll sing Larry Graham songs.
What about Conway Twitty?
Yeah. Oh, and Conway Twitty.
Sing some Conway Twitty at halftime.
Yeah, and so he says Larry Graham from the great Graham Central Station, and out of that family of Sly and the Family Stone, straight out of Oakland, California. I can see Stephen Fox doing that right now. So yeah, man, man, that made me a little. Hold on for a split second. Let me do something real.
Winston Ellis, I agree. Burks is going to make us better. Man, I can't get that image out of my head. Steve Foxy and Daisy Dukes. Oh, that was a good one.
Foxy bringing up the ball in the 1970s
with the song. These boots are made for walking.
Oh man, that is hilarious. That's hilarious. So how do you feel about Emmanuel quickly starting?
Well, like I told you the last time I was on, I wanted Tibbs to bring him along the right way.
Right.
And for Tibbs and for everybody that says that he's not like a true point guard, the old school style, he just had 17 and 8 off the bench in limited minutes. And a great true point guard will average you 17 and 8 against a good team. Right. And I don't care. I don't care if Tatum wasn't out. Jaylen Brown's still a stud.
A stud.
He's a bona fide star in this league now. And Kemba Walker, they just got him back.
Right.
So, and plus, we had just gotten our handed to us by a team with Damian Dotson starting at point guard.
Right.
So it's not like it goes. You still had to win the game.
Right.
And he looked better. The only thing I'm worried about is is Elfrid Payton going to be able to get the best out of our second unit? Is he going to be all right with Obi? Is he going to be all right with Knox? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be able to have them playing as well as they do with Quickly? And I don't think he will. But that's where Rivers might come in. Rivers might be able to get them organized.
Well, that would be an indictment on who Elfrid Payton is as a player.
Right? No, 100%.
That's the reason why I say that, because if he can't organize the first unit, and then he can't organize the second unit,
but Tibbs is still going to play him, is what I'm saying. That's the worst part. If he's going to play him and give him minutes, at least have him where Julius Randle's doing most of the facilitating.
Right. Or Austin Rivers or somebody.
Stephen Fox.
I'm telling you,
imagine Chuck being the shooting guard? Stephen Fox and Chuck being in the backcourt?
No, Chuck would be hating too hard. Chuck would be hating too hard.
Knox, why are you on the floor?
Yeah.
Why your forehead so big?
Yeah. Why are you hitting all these shots?
First of all, pass me the ball.
Right.
You can't shoot. You can't do nothing. You're a bum.
Right. First of all, you trash.
Tim says, pass the ball to Knox. He's open. First of all, he trash.
First of all. Yo, that's fun. All right, so if Chuck is the two guard and Stephen Fox is the point, who is the small forward for this Lawrence Tears / Knicks team?
Kevin W. Because he'd be subbing himself out. He'd be subbing himself out. He'd be like, I'm hurt, man. Knox, you start. I'm hurt. Knox, you get to start tonight.
Yo, that's crazy. Kevin W would be the starter and would sub himself out for Kevin Knox. That would be so Kevin W, right?
He'd be sitting in the coach's ear. Why ain't you playing Knox more? What can't Kevin Knox do?
What can't Knox do? Right. Kevin. Yeah, yo, that is hilarious. So Tibbs starts Kevin W, and Kevin W fakes the injury. So his baby Kevin Knox can get some minutes.
Almost like grown-ups. He'd go to Reggie Bullock and say, you want to fake injuries at the same time?
Yo, that would be so Kev W. That would be so Kev W. Right there. That would be so. Hey, 0.5, what's good? I see you. Salute. So Kev is the power forward?
No, he's a small forward.
So pseudonym Squeepace says Kev is at the power forward. I'm with Coach. I think Kev W would be the small forward.
And for one reason. Yeah, he get Kevin Knox more playing time.
He would fake and he would fake a 2-minute ACL injury so Kevin Knox can get some minutes. That would be so Kev W.
And if he on the court, he bricking shots on purpose.
Right.
See, I can't play. Get Kevin Knox in there.
Right. I told you I was trash, Coach. Yeah, man.
Who's power forward? The all Lawrence Tears starting 5.
Yeah, who would be the power forward? That's interesting. I'm not for sure. That would be interesting. Who is on a lot?
Help us out, chat. Help us out.
We can't have it be Rob the Knick because Rob the Knick is probably more of a 6-man. You know what I'm saying? Because Rob,
how about Goose?
Guzman. How about Goose?
I feel like there's too many egos already in the starting 5. We need a guy that's laid back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just laid back and chill.
Yeah.
And then I gotta go with Uncle Freezy as the big man.
How about Cornerstone Kev?
Cornerstone Kev? No, he's a 6-man because he'd be rocking on the bench when people talk about Frank. He'd get to rocking.
Cornerstone Kev would be the 13th man, right next to the 14th man, Frank Ntilikina.
Trash and Kev W and Kevin Knox. and color blocks and I got to be the coaches.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. For sure. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
We'd go 82-0.
82-0.
82 and 0.
82-0. It's funny.
Even
It's
in a 72 game season, we're going 82 and 0.
Bam, blowouts at halftime. So it's funny. It's funny that you said Kev W at small forward. That is
You like
hilarious.
that?
That's hilarious, man.
But all of y'all got to wear the Daisy Dukes. Even the coaches, color blocks, and we gotta have the same. We gotta be uniform, like the Chicago outfit. We gotta be a uniform, like the mob.
I would be so. I would be so purple because I'd be so perfect. I'd be so purple. I'd be looking at the court. I'd be looking at the game like this, like I don't want to see. Literally, I don't want to see. I'll make a rule: no diving for loose balls. No diving for loose balls, please, with those little shorts on. Because I don't
like speaking of grown-ups, like Dan Patrick from Grown Ups with the shorts, that'd be Foxy. All them seeds.
Oh my god.
And of course,
power forward.
Ron Cleveland.
Joe Madden,
okay. But Ron Cleveland got to be off the bench. So when when he come in or when you hear all of us arguing, you got to be man.
Right.
He got to be in it. That's my guy.
Man. Hey, so Marquise Walker says, Zach, are you from Dallas and a Knicks fan?
First of all, I'm from Iowa, so we don't really have any hometown teams. And we moved here when I was young. My mom, my dad. My mom was from here. My dad was from Iowa. So we all moved here when I was like 5 years old. And I hate Philly fans badly.
Right.
So I didn't and Pittsburgh fans. So I didn't have a hometown allegiance to nobody. So I picked New York for everything except football. Because I told you off camera that John Ritchie is a big friend of the family.
Right.
Played for the Eagles for a long time. We always used to go to games, right?
Right.
And then I was young and he blew his knee out and had to retire. But they promised him a roster spot if he was healthy by training camp. So he rushed himself back and they cut him after a preseason. So being a young guy who idolizes a family friend, I was like, what team? Because I didn't like the Eagles, but I was just a John Ritchie fan. I'd go wearing his jersey. But I was like, who can I root for that Philly absolutely hates? And that's my Dallas Cowboys. Right. So it's personal for me and Philly. It's personal.
Oh yeah. That rivalry is something. That rivalry is definitely something. So Coach, I'm not going to be on long today because we have a game at 12:00.
Oh yeah, right? I know.
Right.
I gotta get a nap too to can watch the game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get probably go in and eat something healthy. It's January, man. I'm trying to trying to be on the health kick at least for a little while.
At least for a little while.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get some sleep and prepare for the game. But here's the thing. So chat, put your questions in the chat. You got questions? Bring them on. you got questions? Bring
think our Stephen Fox conversation starting into this Blorens Tears all NBA basketball team kind of stole the show.
Yeah, and it was accidental too. By the way, I didn't plan it. So
no. Nope. Respect, but no, I don't hate the Giants. That's like the only team in the NFC East I respect.
Right.
So no.
Right.
Respect, but no.
And so I have this 2-minute Iowa girl story.
Oh Lord.
Right. So
in a cornfield somewhere?
No. I used to be in the military, right? So I'm a veteran.
Thank you.
So I'm a vet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I meet this girl in the chow hall, right?
Okay.
So I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Just came from the motor pool. Anybody in here ever have sunburn? Anybody in here ever have severe sunburn? Like
yes.
Sunburn so much that you can barely walk. Like
bathe in aloe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm at the motor pool and with sunburn and I'm dirty, right? I mean grimy. because I'm working on vehicles in the motor pool.
What vehicles? What branch? Because what I do for work, I make combat vehicles for the military.
So so I was in the Army, but at that time I was working on APCs, armored personnel carriers, right? So down there, scraping up my knuckles. I'm tired. It's the end of the week. I got sunburned from like the previous 2 days before or whatever. Skin is, you know how all this stuff goes. And so I get my tray and I just slam it on the table. I'm like, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna go home, go back to the barracks. I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna bathe in some aloe, and just get some sleep, some rest, because my body is taking a pounding because I'm already tired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sunburnt. Right. Got little nicks and cuts from climbing up under APCs and stuff. And so all I want to do is so this girl, they were like, man, listen, when I say there were seats everywhere, there were seats everywhere. And so the chow hall is like a very large high school cafeteria.
Yep.
Except run by militants.
Yep.
Yeah. So this girl sits at the table, right? And she just starts talking, like Uncle Freezy. You look so tired. What's going on? And I'm like, how does she know me? Right? So she's like, Uncle Freezy this, Uncle Freezy that, blah, blah, blah. What do you do? Yeah. So she's legit just talking. And so I'm like, girl, shut up. All I want to do is eat this bad food and walk a half a mile back to my barracks, take a shower. and you know what I'm saying? And she's just talking like a mile a minute. She's like, yeah, I'm originally from Iowa. I moved to Arkansas for a little while. Arkansas is beautiful. I moved back to Iowa. And I'm just saying, just talking like she is legit talking to me like we had a conversation prior and we split up to get lunch and then came back together and she continued the conversation. And so I'm like, girl, where are you from? Like, legit, are you really from? Because I was about to tell a very inappropriate joke. Like, are you from Mars? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what she's like, no, I'm from a town in Iowa. It's a small town. It's only 800 people. All this stuff, like, going in. And I'm like, and so this girl from Iowa, I can't remember her name. Hey, girl from Iowa. It's either Amber or Ashley, one of them.
One of the two.
It's either Amber
Close
or Ashley.
enough.
But so she talks to me, and then afterwards we wind up being really, really good friends for like 2 years. Yeah, she just sat at the table with me. It was like, yeah, Uncle Freezy, blah blah blah. I'm like, how you know my name? But then I forgot though that I used to box on the post, so a lot of people knew me. I wasn't famous, but a lot of people knew me. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to box for the post boxing team. And so people would say, hey, Uncle Freezy, what's happening? And I'd be like, how do all these people know me? Like whatever. And I guess it's like when Coach Zach, jumps on the show or whatever. And everybody's like, hey, Coach Zach, what's happening? And Coach Zach is like, how do all these people know me? Know who I am? And then you think about it, it's like, you know what? They might know me from the joints. But anyway, shout out. I said that to say this. Shout out to people from Iowa. They're probably the nicest people on the planet, or at least in this country. The ones that I know.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, some of them are wild. Depends on what part.
Get out of here.
I don't go back to Iowa for a reason, bro. My family crazy out there.
Get out of here. Ain't nothing wrong with
no lie, man. No. Maybe it's just my family. I don't know. Because every time I go out there, it's to see my family, and man, they're wild.
Dog, I'm telling you, she legit sat down at the table and started talking like we had already met. Like
it depends on what part. I'm from Des Moines, so it's a little bit bigger than
Oh, so Des Moines is a city. Yeah. So that might be a little bit different. But in terms of this girl here, she said she's from a town of 800 people. You know what I'm saying? So you can tell.
I had family in Ottumwa too, so it was kind of like that. But I'm telling you how weird my family gatherings were. If you saw Stephen Fox in that outfit, as previously mentioned,
right,
just walking down the street.
Yeah. That's
a
your
normal
people.
day. If that puts it in perspective, I hope it does.
Right. Hey, so what are you projecting for this game? All right, Foxy. Hey, we'll see you later, bro. We'll see you later. What's your prediction for? Because we have about 10 minutes. What's your prediction for the Orlando game?
I mean, another team with some injuries. Isaac's still hurt. He tore his ACL last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fultz is out. Vucevic is going to be a problem. He always is against us. I think he averaged like 25 and 11 against us.
Yeah.
I believe around those numbers. He's a stud. But I feel like the way we've just played and how bad we looked in that 5-game losing streak, I think we finally, we're motivated, and I feel like we get the win. I feel we win by 12 points. 12 points today.
Right. Hey, so Black Andy says, lose by 15 at least. I'm gonna say this, Black Andy. I'm gonna say we're gonna win by plus 15, and the star of this game is gonna be Elfrid Payton.
No, God.
Elfrid Payton triple-double. Elfrid Payton, and I'm saying book it. I'm talking about super confident in it. I'm super confident in this prognostication. Elfrid Payton, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 13 assists.
I'll go out there and make just as ridiculous of a prediction. I'll say Knox goes for 30.
Wow.
And my feelings on Knox. Most of the time I'm clowning that man.
Right.
So
right.
You went out there, so I got to go out there.
And the thing is with Elfrid Payton that I noticed is when Quickly goes on a good stretch.
Yeah.
Elfrid Payton goes on a good stretch.
He has like a Milwaukee game.
Yeah, he tries to save his job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying 22, 10, and 13 from Payton.
I'm gonna get killed for saying that 30 by Knox, but real quick, just to get back to that, because I thought it was hilarious. Our all Orange Tears team playing the Magic. What's your score prediction? I'm going 108-32. Orange Tears.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
because our outfits will just distract them. They'll be laughing too hard. They won't be able to get up and down the court.
Right, they won't be able to get up and down the court because Kev W will be staring at Kevin Knox so hard that it'll be 4-on-5 on offense and defense.
Kevin Knox would try to cop Jonathan Isaac's jersey and play for the Magic just so he could turn and pass the ball to Kevin Knox.
and Kev W would be the only NBA player trying to get an autograph from his own teammate.
Mid-game.
He'd be trying to swap jerseys.
He'd be like Dirk from that. What was that movie? Little Bow Wow. Like
Mike. Yeah.
Yeah. It's from my sister. Or from my niece. What's her name? Dirk.
Oh yeah. Kev W would be legit the dude in the locker room sniffing Kevin Knox's jersey. Like,
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Oh, Kevin Knox. Oh, Kevin Knox. I love you, Kevin Knox. I told Kev W that Beyonce fans, the Bayhive, and the Trumpers are jealous of how passionate you are for Kevin Knox. Legit, nobody is more passionate for a guy than the Knoxers. They come on.
He's the head of that beast. He's the head of that snake.
Oh yeah. Hey, Bodega Wi-Fi says we match up well against Orlando. Elfrid was drafted by Orlando, so he might have something to prove. Yep, that's the reason why I say that.
Yeah,
that's the reason. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I say that too. Not the main. Excuse me.
He's
not the
good
main
for a good game once in a while too. I mean, as much as we clown him, he's good for a solid game once in a while.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the main reason, but I think it's an important reason. I think Elfrid Payton has an axe to grind with Orlando, right? And also quickly doing his thing, threatening his job, is going to make him step up. So I'm saying 22, 10, and 13.
Bang!
For 3. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So in all Lawrence Tears teams, yeah, Kevin W, you got to get yourself together, Kev W. You can't.
Yeah, we need you out on the floor. We don't need Knox out there 48 minutes a game.
Yeah,
Time out.
we don't need you harassing Knox on the bench. We don't need coach. We don't need Knox going to the coach.
He'd be harassing Color Blocks and I for not putting Knox in. That's why he fakes the injury. He'd be
like, Coach, I only want to play with Knox. And everybody would be like, pause.
All he would do is pass. They go 2-on-5 because he'd just be passing the ball to Kevin.
What, like Kev? Why are you setting screens for Knox and we're on defense? What are you doing? What are you doing, Kev W? What's happening? What's happening, Kev? You know, but so virtual chat. So y'all got any questions? Ask your questions. I have some things that I want to talk to y'all about. I'm gonna save them for when we have an extended amount of time so that we can get in depth. You know, it's kind of one of those deals where I don't want to get into it. I'll save it because we're counting it down now. So I don't want to get into open Pandora's box. But so Andy N says Bricks Nation, yeah, live at 6 p.m. for me. Perfect. I'm gonna feel just like being in the US. Bam. B from Jersey. Peace to Freezy and the chat. My brother from another mother, Marquise Walker, says, What are your other passions besides the Knicks? Mine? I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff, man. That's
a good question.
Right now, my main passion is Lawrence Tears. I want to get to a point where we can get, say, Coach Zach and others to do segments during the day. Like just not, it don't even have to be there. Just like do their own segment, just breaking down stuff that they saw. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get about 50, 75 people in the chat where they can just talk to them about certain things and not just have it be basketball laced. Because we have plenty of Knicks shows. We have the Knicks Morning Drive and we have the Knicks at Night podcast where we speak strictly Knicks. Knicks on the court, off the court, in the front office, fandom. But I'm talking about like maybe talking about stuff like, peripheral stuff. Like how who's your favorite player and why that person is your favorite player. Like, does that person speak to you personally, or do you just like his production, or it's one of those. You
could have a weekly episode where Kevin W talks about Kevin Knox for 2 hours, and it could be your Knoxercise.
And you know what he'd say? You only gave me 2 hours. 2 hours is not enough. So we have a Knicks versus with Charles B, with Chuck B and Woodshed, and so I'm using Premiere Pro, but I'm using a Windows based PC, and so I'm struggling with it because I had one video out there edited and Windows had some weird audio issue, some known audio issue going on with videos and such. And so it's frustrating. So I had to put a raw video out there. But I'm gonna do some more Knicks versus maybe this afternoon. Who knows? Maybe do some more some more Knicks versus out there. I mean, it's fun. I have an agreement from State. I just have to catch up with them.
You got to do can't you do that on StreamYard too? Can't you do it like this, just with get other people on it?
Yeah, I didn't want to do it that way. I just wanted it to be an 8-minute video, right? Of just one topic for say 8 minutes and that's it, and we move on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I didn't want it to be another Knicks Morning Drive or Knicks at Night podcast or Legion of Knicks podcast or anything like that. Just wanted it to be something different. But I'm a wrap up here. Get out of here, man. Hey, thanks for jumping on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Hey, chat. Hey, thank y'all for jumping on, man. I appreciate it. We'll see y'all tonight on the Knicks at Night podcast.
I'll be at work, but I'll be watching. I'll be listening while I'm working.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So and I appreciate you, bro. We gotta get that Cars channel up and going.
Yep. Hey.
We gotta get
to the chat and to everybody that watches. My guy Uncle Freezy and Stephen Fox. Anybody who has any car related questions, if Freezy don't mind, you post them in the chat. Maybe I'll be able to answer. Or Freezy, any of you in Legion, all of you, Ron, shout out everybody. Y'all got questions? Hit me up. I've worked on cars my whole life. I'm happy to help anybody. That's my passion.
Hey, for sure. I'm a run. I'll holler at y'all later.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.